best in podcasts, the best in town. You want to get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you want to go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth.
And we're No Damn Experts. I almost forgot how to
do the intro.
Yeah.
We've been doing this a lot lately, too.
Yeah, and you'd think I'd just be second nature, but it's not.
We usually forget sometimes if we haven't recorded in a while, but
yeah.
Oh well.
That's not the
recorded
case.
too much lately.
Shannon, I'm excited for our guest today.
Me too. She has some great content.
If I remember correctly, I think she's even an author.
Barely.
Ooh, we'll dive into what that means. Yeah. Yes, so our guest today in studio with us is Kristen Inbody. Kristen, thanks so much for being here.
Hello.
Welcome. Is it safe to say you're an adventurer of the world when it comes to the outdoors?
Yes, that is safe to say. I'm kind of a latter-day convert to the outdoor lifestyle, but I have really embraced it, and it's been great.
Latter-day convert, does that mean you used to not enjoy being outside or you just didn't actively pursue?
My friends would be like, oh, let's go camping. Like, oh, I love not camping. Let's get a hotel by the
I
woods.
love my bed and air conditioning.
Yes, exactly. There's showers right there at the hotel. Now I backpack. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that's the opposite of that.
Yeah. Everything the worst combined into one arduous task. And but we wanted to go see the Chinese wall, so we had to become backpackers.
Yeah.
Now we just do it all the time.
Is that what prompted the change? Was an opportunity to see
It was
that?
the COVID year, so our trips abroad were canceled. We thought, okay, what cool stuff can we do right here in central Montana? So it seemed like the opportunity to go see the formation in the Bob Marshall Wilderness right outside our door. And so we did.
I have to applaud you for putting that on the record immediately that you have to backpack in to see that, because we have had many people come to the office and said, like, to go see that, where can I drive up and watch? And I'm like, can't do that. And they're like, no, but it's a really big thing. And I said, I know. At this point, I'm probably a bigger expert than you are, because you showed up in loafers and khakis and expecting to see the Chinese wall, and you're not going to unless you change your attire
or charter a private plane.
Yeah, and that's a great way to see it too.
So, Kristen, let's get into the nitty gritties.
Okay.
Tell our guests all about you, who you are, how long you've been in this market, what you do for fun beyond what we're going to talk about today.
How you got to where you are today.
Yeah. I mean, as much and as little as you want to share.
I grew up between here and Glacier Park in outside Choteau on a farm.
Oh, wow.
And that's where I learned that I don't need livestock in my life. We just did dryland crops.
I was like, that involves being outside a lot.
Not if you're the cook.
Uh-huh.
If you learn how to drive trucks, then you got to be outside. If you're the cook, then you get to be inside.
You figured
that out. Delivery
time.
Yeah. So, my mom was a teacher. She was the one always like exposing us to outdoor experiences against our will, but to the ultimate good. Yeah, exactly. I went to school at UM in Missoula and lived abroad, Peace Corps volunteer, lived in Kodiak, Alaska, Cody, Wyoming, and then moved back here to work at the Great Falls Tribune and be closer to my grandpa for his final years. And then just have stayed because I like it so much. And now I work at the local hospital as a writer. So, and I continue to do lots of stuff, almost at a frantic pace. I'm trying to slow it down this year, but anyway.
So you've gotten to experience a bit of life, continue to round out all of your adventures, not just locally, but globally. Big plans in 26 of some you or beyond that you're got on the bucket list that you're going to accomplish?
Yeah. let's see. First of all, we're going to Yellowstone in winter for a wedding.
Ooh.
So that's going to be amazing. And then...
have you been to Yellowstone in the winter time before?
Yeah.
It's my favorite there, actually, in the winter.
It's amazing. My friend and I were the only two people at Old Faithful when it went off, and it was nighttime.
Oh, my
it was
gosh.
5 or 6. And you could see it, sort of, but you could really feel it and hear it in a way you can't during the summer. And there's 100,000 people there.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we're going to do that. And we love the Alps. That's our way distant heritage. So we are going to Chamonix, France.
Oh, wow.
The beaches in Normandy for that experience. And then south of France. And then we went to Africa last year, Southern Africa, and it was the best. It was supposed to be like my mom's culmination of all of her life travels, and it was just so good. We think we will have to go back.
Wow.
So anyway, we're working on that. We're going to decide in March, and hopefully it's yes. And then we'll do another family trip back to Africa. Yeah.
When you say, sorry, I'm quick veering off. This isn't Great Falls. When you say Southern Africa, like South Africa?
South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Zambia.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I studied abroad in South Africa my senior year of college. So anyway.
Yeah. Oh, we loved it.
Great Falls. Yeah.
And our guide would love to visit Yellowstone, especially, and Glacier. And we're like pitching him on Zion as well. And so anyway, that would be our great dream, to bring our safari guide here
that would
to
be
Great Falls to see
what
we have here. And he was really scared about grizzly bears and Montana wildlife. We're like, we're sitting next to a lion, and you're scared of a grizzly bear off in the distance. Come on.
Guess it's all perspective, right? Like, I would be scared in Florida to have gators around. So I guess it's so the year you just described is slowing down.
Yeah. So this time of year, I get really excited about summer, and I book every single weekend adventures here and across Montana. So I'm trying very consciously to book a few things. So anyway.
So let's dig into some of your Central Montana adventures. One of the hardest questions to answer is usually like a favorite or tops, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have you rank, even though that would be fun to force you to rank things.
Very good at deciding these things.
Yeah, perfect.
What kind of adventures have you had? Are you mostly hiking? Are you fishing? Are you floating? Are you skiing? Are you snowshoeing? What type of adventure are we diving into today?
I mostly like hiking.
Okay.
I like a good road trip.
Okay.
Any excuse to get out and about, I like.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, it's almost 10-ish, maybe more by now. A friend and I, Erin Madison, wrote a guidebook to Montana State Parks. So that we drove past a state park, and we're like, man, we've never stopped. We're not stopping today. What are we doing with our lives? So then we came up with this idea that we would go to all the state parks in Montana. And of course, we have several great state parks right out of Great Falls and in Great Falls. So we went to those. And then this past year, I don't know that I had gone to Giant Springs State Park the year before. Like, okay, that's ridiculous. It's my favorite place in Great Falls.
Why are we not
wonderful.
doing that?
I'm going to go every single month at least once.
Yeah.
And so I started going every single month on January 1st, 2025. I went for the first time of the 2025, and then just kept going. And sometimes I would make a mile loop because it would be snowy and sometimes
chilly.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be part of like a 25-mile bike ride. And every single time it was a good experience, and there was always people around as well also having great experience. So that's a wonderful thing to be part of. And the last hike I did for 2025 was at Giant Springs as well. And a path I'd never walked on before, which I didn't realize there could still be a path that I hadn't seen after a whole year of going every single month, at least once. And saw the most gorgeous sunset, bumped into some old friends, fed some trout. It was just a lovely time. My dog enjoyed it, as he always does. And Anyway.
I love Giant Springs, and I am so glad you said go every month because
it's so different.
even when it is freezing, well, our people on social media love Giant Springs in the winter.
Yes.
Like the colder, the
steaming,
better.
Yes.
Exactly.
It blows up every time.
Yeah.
And my mom was in town for something, and it was winter time frame. And I said, well, have you ever been to Giant Springs in the winter? And she says, I've never been to Giant Springs.
What?
And then I felt like, oh, I'm a horrible daughter. Like, why
have you never taken her? Yeah.
So we went down to Giant Springs, and it was so bitter cold, and the wind was blowing, and like your eyes are watering.
Yep.
Still absolutely gorgeous. And then I just shoved her into the fish hatchery little museum. I'm like, warm up in here for a little bit, the visitor center. And she's like, oh, I said, you'll learn a lot about fish. It's a really cool place. She's
Fish
like,
history, the ecology, the indigenous heritage of it. There's so many things to learn there. And also just the experience of listening to the birds. There's birds every single month. We saw birds.
yeah.
I was ashamed that until, at least to my recollection, until about last year, I'd never went in the little interpretive center or whatever you want to call it there with it. I don't know how many times I'd been there, and I'm like, how have I never been? I've been to the bathroom right next to it, but not in there.
I would say that you don't really feel like you should go in there. Like, unless you've kind of got that personality of breaking and entering into a place. Like, that is...
Which I kind of do, so I'm, again, surprised.
Yeah. And at first, I'm like, I'm going to go in there. And my husband's like, no, I don't think you're supposed to go in there. I'm like... I'm going in there.
The door
and so
opens.
I open the door, and I'm like, the door opens. It's obviously they want me in here. So I went in, and it was so neat. But at first glance, I can see why someone would pass it by.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's just part of the maintenance building or something like that. Yeah.
Even though it does say
cool.
at the top.
You just got to read. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But the winter time is just so, I say this every time, that it's just such a magical place in the winter.
For sure.
Because Giant Springs stays that constant 54 degrees year round. You have the steam rising up. I will say, if you are a photographer or videographer and trying to capture it in the winter, that because there's so much moisture in the air, it just like penetrates your skin so quickly. So it becomes, you get my fingers at least get cold very, very quickly when I'm trying to operate the camera or anything like that. But if it's really cold and sunny at the same time, that's my absolute favorite time to go.
When you were with the Tribune, did you write about outdoors, or did you write about other things? Or
I was a feature reporter.
Okay.
So all sorts of slices of life, natural wonders. We went down the Smith River, for example, because it's also a state park.
Yes.
Yep.
But also lots of people out and about.
I want to dig into the Smith River State Park. Not Fort Smith.
I was like, where are
There
we
is
going
a
with
Fort
that?
Smith, but that's not it.
Do you find that to be one of the state parks that's hard to figure out what you can do there besides float?
Yeah, for sure. Because so much of it is inaccessible, which is the charm. So the beginning and the end you can easily go to, but you miss all the good stuff between, if that's all you see. And you come out of the river at Ulm, so right outside Great Falls, and so you can see that part. Most of it's hidden. I've seen it from helicopter and from boat. I know there's some pathways in, but yeah, I've only seen it from boat.
When you went, what time of year did you have to draw the permit for this, or were you able to go because you were doing a story on it kind of whenever you wanted?
No, not whenever we wanted.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if there was a roundabout way for that
special
one.
permission.
Yes.
We did put in for a permit.
Yeah.
We were not successful.
Yeah.
They're skewing it more toward residents coming up next year or this year now, I believe. But so there's hope. We'll get to go again. I have put in many times since.
Yeah.
It's really a incredible experience.
I guess we should briefly explain that the Smith River is only floated by permit only for certain months out of the year.
Yep.
It's very coveted.
Yep.
You have to submit now for it.
And it is a pack in, pack out everything.
Yep.
Including your waste.
When I went there was still outhouses. I followed the ranger around as we moved the latrines. Dig a shallow hole, put a latrine over it, dig another shallow hole, move the latrine. It's just so incredibly special, and people from all over want to go fish that corridor, especially. And the season is very short. The water runs low in high summer. And we went July 3rd, which was the very end of the season that year. It was hot, but it was dazzling. Couldn't believe how wonderful it was.
I've had friends that have gone and it's like, snowing on them because they get it in May.
Yep.
So I was just curious your experience.
Yeah, I've heard many stories. It doesn't matter when people get drawn, they're going. And applications are open now for the Smith River. So get your applications in if this is an experience that you want. And best of luck to you.
And if maybe you're not like a hardcore floater, you'll find that you have some hardcore floater friends who will be like, buddy up with you on your permit if you get a permit. So
I can't imagine it wouldn't be too hard to go. I just received a permit for the Smith. Anybody have equipment that can take me?
I don't have anything available or any plans. Somebody figure it out.
Exactly. It's
many
really incredible.
Days were you on the Smith River for?
We did it in 3 nights, which is very fast. We were at the Rangers beck and call. He was in charge and did all the rowing. And the coolers he had packed and equipment was too heavy for us to carry, so he did all the equipment hauling. All day. And then we spent our last day closing up campsites for bears, black bears, just posting warnings for other floaters. And it was just the most incredible time.
Do you recall seeing any wildlife in particular or out of the ordinary from what you would normally see?
We had a bear in our campsite. Hence,
okay.
Hence
was that unexpected? Like, because there are bears in the area, but it's not like it's often that you're going to see a bear like on the River's Edge Trail. So like if that were to happen, you'd be like, oh, that's a little unexpected.
Right.
But if you were to run into a rattlesnake, you'd be like, those are expected.
Normal.
So is bear expected in that area?
Black bear is more expected. We stayed in the campsite we stayed at the last night. Specifically because there had been reports, and we had the Rangers along with us.
A little more expecting it.
And they got into another party's cooler, so that's really obviously very dangerous, and they very much emphasized you have to secure your food for the bear safety and especially for your own safety. So I wouldn't say it was unexpected. There was a lot of bear activity that summer, and anyway, everything all worked out for everybody except for the bears. It wasn't good for the bears, but it's just so incredibly worth it. I have encountered bears. I know that's something people are nervous about when they talk about coming to Montana. When we were backpacking the Bob, backpacking Glacier, we've seen bears, grizzly bears. One was watching us eat breakfast one morning at the Chinese wall. Never had any bad conflicts. We keep the bear spray very handy. All the best food awareness practices, hanging the bear bags, and it's always been just a good experience out there.
I had the distinct honor of following a grizzly for multiple days on my backpack trip through the Bob, and we just remained very talkative. We sang a bunch of songs, and no one ever was surprised when we were on the trail. So, but that was, you could see how fast they were moving, how far ahead they were. It was really, really interesting, but you're in their living room, so you're going to be respectful of their space. And it is such an amazing thing. And I would say definitely a bucket list experience that people should do. Bears or not. I mean,
they don't want us.
No.
I mean, I know people have had bad encounters, but almost every Montanan will be just fine. We've had grizzlies on our farm as well. And so it's now that same mentality you take to the mountains, you take to the prairie too, in ways you maybe hadn't before. So, and that's just a good practice too.
Yeah, very true.
I think it is interesting because when you look long time ago, grizzly bears were prairie animals, and something obviously happened to move them into the mountains, and now they're kind of coming
reclaiming
back to the prairies.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, you see that more and more though out like past Vaughn and Sun River, that
Yeah.
direction.
We're
Yeah,
out of Shoto.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Giant Springs is Montana's most visited state park.
For a reason. It's wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is amazing. Is it your favorite?
It's very high on my list, and especially after this past year of seeing it in such incredible detail. One of the things is when you visit it over and over and over again, you notice all the little things like, oh, this bush now has red berries on it. Oh, now the leaves have fallen off. Now this bird is eating these red berries. Things like that. So I appreciate it in a way that I haven't before. Smith River, gosh, what a park.
Yeah.
The day trip, I really love the sluice boxes. Everybody in Great Falls who knows about the sluice boxes probably echoes that. So it's about the best drive you can take just day tripping out of Great Falls. Like what really inspires my soul, Headwater State Park is one I love. That's kind of inspired the whole challenge. The idea that you take for granted, especially the state parks, because they're right there. They're so accessible. State parks that are all around Great Falls. You just don't visit them because it's so easy to visit them. So it was all about making that extra effort. And Headwaters State Park is what kind of launched that whole mentality and the shift in our thinking to really, like, why should the tourists get to have all the fun? We're going to go do the cool stuff here.
We were just talking this week, I think, about all the things in our backyard that we just don't take the time to do. From exploring certain areas, even to the just getting some like mundane things done about like, I need a new day pack and I was on vacation at a store, could buy it, but I'm like, no, why am I buying this here? It's not something that is unique to that store. I can get it at Bighorn, so I'm going to wait till I get home and just do it there. So
they have outfitted me for so many wild adventures.
What are some of your greatest recommendations for adventures in the central Montana area?
Well, for sure, Giant Springs has to be on the list. Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center right next to it. If you are somebody who likes to move, walk from Giant Springs on River's Edge Trail down to Rainbow Dam Overlook or the other direction toward Black Eagle. Ryan Island, if it's summer, is great. All the dams are worth visiting. And you can connect them on foot or bike, however makes you happy. Tower Rock State Park is great out toward Cascade. Then you get that Lewis and Clark story. If you happen to be listening to Undaunted Courage as an audiobook, I always recommend that if you really want to see the good sights of Lewis and Clark experience. Let's see, Shoto, obviously in my hometown, is a wonderful day trip from Great Falls as well. And there's so many mountain options out of Shoto all year round that I really love.
One of the ones I've seen pictures of, but I am right now it's not super confident that it's in the Shoto area. I think it is. Muddy Creek, Muddy Falls.
Yeah, Muddy Creek Falls.
There, see, look at that.
Hey, good job.
Okay, that's an amazing day trip from Great Falls.
Yeah?
I've done that a couple times.
Is it more advanced, more entry level? Okay, good.
You have to be willing to get your feet wet and walk 5 or 6 miles.
Okay.
Mostly level. And it's sometimes closed for bear activity. So you have to be cognizant of that. There's a ton of creek crossings on the way to the waterfall. Super cool waterfall. One of the things I like about it too, so maybe you roll up and it's closed for bear activity or the vibe's off. Blackleaf Canyon is right like one valley over. You can see it from there. It's super easy to be like, okay, bounce out of that, go to Blackleaf Canyon or combine them into one awesome day. Blackleaf Canyon these are both out of Bynum/Shoto. Blackleaf Canyon is amazing in the parking lot. I've taken my elderly mom and her friend, even older friend there, and they could be dazzled in the parking lot. My mom went about a quarter mile, half mile into the canyon. Incredible fossils, the geography, and the geology is amazing. There was rock climbers. It's an incredible experience. My boyfriend and I have hiked many miles back through the canyon and then continuing on into the mountains, and that's also amazing. So it really everybody can have an amazing experience at those two spots, especially at Blackleaf.
And that takes about hour and a half from Great Falls to get to the trailheads for those?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then you're there, you might as well stop at the rock shop and the dinosaur museum.
Absolutely.
We did a I'm going to call it a rolling conference. I like that phrase. I'm coining it. But we did all these outreach sessions for a conference to show all these different areas. And one of our stops was in Bynum at the Dinosaur Museum, but the bus is like, we really want to go to the rock shop. And I'm like, you have until this time to be on the bus. And we were 15, 20 minutes late leaving that stop because everybody was in the rock shop. And I just kept screaming at them. I'm like, get out of here, get out of here. And I'm sure the lady who runs it's like, no, let them be. Yeah, it's fine. I said, bus is leaving. You better be on it. Yeah. If not, it's a long walk. And while I'm trying to wrangle these folks from the rock shop onto the bus, there were 3 ladies who said, we saw this brochure for this pottery place, which is right over there. Can I go to the pottery place? And I was like, yes, but you better run. Like, I want to see you sprint down there. And they did. They sprinted down there, and then they came back still before I could get everybody out of the rock shop. Yeah. So.
And then there's the wildlife sanctuary.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking forward to that reopening so that.
Yeah, exactly.
Kristen, have you ever done the grouse house experience out at Benton Lake Wildlife Refuge?
No.
Okay. Add that to your list.
Okay.
For this year, early this year. So it'll open soon. We did a podcast episode with Bob from Benton Lake. And also we have a story on our YouTube channel about it. Carol, our guest services manager, and I got to do that 2 springs ago. Have you heard of it? Do you know anything about it? Yeah. So just incredible, but it will open soon for applications because there's only a limited number, but that is a really cool experience just outside Great Falls too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you more of a wildlife girl or a wildflower girl? Because sometimes people, when they're taking pictures on their adventures, will focus in on the flowers. Sometimes people are doing more landscapes and like animals. So are you equal? Are you particular to one?
The flowers don't move, so that's nice.
You don't need bear spray for them.
You don't need bear spray. I have some friends who we did a lot of bingo games this year, and one of them was wildflower bingo.
Oh, I would be terrible at that, but I love to look at them.
Yeah. So you have the names on a bingo square, and you cross them off as you see it. So it really tunes you into looking at the flowers. I'm more of a landscape person because I like the sweeping, inspiring landscape. Wildlife is so hard. They just keep moving. They're far. But I do love to go out to Benton Lake for bird photography. Not that I'm any good at it, but sometimes just zeroing in on those meadowlarks early in the spring just makes my heart so happy. Like spring has arrived. It is official. I've also started hiking and biking more at Benton Lake. I'd always thought of it as, okay, it's somewhere you go on a drive to look at the birds.
Same.
No, I hike there now way more than I scenic drive it. And last year, one of my goals was, okay, I'm going to bike at Benton Lake. And I did. Very early in the morning. I didn't want cars kicking up dust on me or anything, which would not have been a problem. But, or I don't know, it's a gravel road. So I don't have a gravel bike. So I was just nervous about it. So I went early in the morning so no one could look at it. I don't know. It was wonderful. Nobody had any problem with it. It was a great experience. And, you could really see really a different experience of the birds as well because you're moving at a different pace than a car.
Have you done much exploration in the Castle Mountains?
Yes, I have. Actually, I love the Castle Mountains.
I've not. I mean, I think they're gorgeous. I've not done much in there. So share one of your recommendations of things that you've done.
Okay. Well, Martinsdale is such an awesome road trip from Great Falls, of course. There's a loop that circles around the Castle Mountains. So if you just want a scenic drive, that's a great one. Go over Kings Hill and then Martinsdale, White Sulphur Springs. So you can see the Bear Museum. So that gives you the outside view. You can also go at Lenape. So that's getting you a little bit off the highway. There's a very picturesque old church there. That's one of my favorite photos I've ever taken was from there. And then there's like a very sketchy, well, I don't know. It depends. If it's dry, it's fine. A mountain road. The first time I tried to drive it, it was very wet. Not a good idea. Made it out of there though. Anyway, if it's dry, you can drive this mountain road out of Lenape, and it will take you to Castle, the ghost town. Which is awesome. Unfortunately, it is privately owned.
Okay.
So you can look at it from the gravel road, which is fine. There's plenty to see there. Cool pictures. Anyway, it is worth seeing. It is on private land. Don't trespass. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my favorite things to do in the Castle Mountains.
Yeah, I've longtime listeners know I've obviously been to the bar in Martinsdale, but just recently had taken that road past Lenape, and I'm like, ooh, this area is really, really untapped.
Yeah,
and relatively close to Great Falls. So.
Yeah. I have a question about your dog. I would like to hear more. Long-time listeners won't be surprised with that. Tell us about your dog's name. Does your dog go on all of these adventures? Kind of what advice do you have for people taking their dog in some of these places?
Okay. I had the world's best road trip dog named Sunny. And then the vet said he was geriatric, and I panicked and got another dog who is not the world's best road trip dog. He doesn't have Sunny's predilection for rolling in manure, though. So that is very helpful on road trips.
That's a nice feature.
Yes. So Stormy, Sunny's gone, but Stormy is a half Lhasa Apso Shih Tzu, half German Shepherd, Swiss Shepherd.
How?
What? What on earth?
Love finds a way, right?
What size is Stormy?
He's about 25 pounds.
Okay.
Fluffy as heck. White. Big head from the German Shepherd, protective of me. So he can't just scamper alone, because if some bear or man is on the trail, he will say, no, thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Stormy. Yeah,
yes,
great.
exactly. Yes, this is great. He has backpacked. He's skeptical, but
does he get his own backpack?
Yes.
Perfect. We have one for one of our dogs. I'm like, here, you can carry your own poop bags. Yeah.
Yeah. And the food, and like, what else can we put on the dogs?
Yeah. The water bowls. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually my brother's dog has to carry more stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah. He does like the part where we're out and about on the trails. He is a longtime fan of the River's Edge Trail, as I'm sure we all are. And yeah. There's always so many good smells. Yeah, and he's also a good motivator to get out on the trail.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever encountered bears when Stormy's been with you, or how does that work?
We have encountered bears with the dogs along. One of them would always go just far enough ahead of us to kind of like he wanted to clear the trail for us. He's twice the size of Stormy, which is still not that big.
Yeah.
So she cleared the trails. When we actually saw the bear, we just kind of kept her very close to us, so she didn't actually go encounter the bear. Otherwise, they're just happy. We thought that by the end of it, do the dogs think this is just their life now? That we're just pack up our tent. This is where we live now, and anyway, maybe they do, but they're always happy.
Does Stormy run alongside you when you bike?
Okay, he's not. Well, there's one stretch of trail around here, a gravel road that we ride on, that he can do that.
Yeah.
because it's controlled very controlled, limited access. So I don't have to worry about him getting run over.
Yeah.
Or encountering other people. I usually go later in the day, so he has less opportunity to encounter other people.
Yeah.
He's mostly good, but he's a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah.
But so mostly he's on the leash. I do have a basket, so I've ridden with him on a basket.
Oh,
but
nice.
the 25 extra pounds I do feel on the bike.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I could not do that with my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So, being from this area, I'm curious to know, when it comes to Glacier, are you a fan of the east side or the west side of
Yes.
Glacier?
All the sides.
Okay.
Good answer.
Including the north corner.
Mm.
When I moved back here, Glacier was something that was really important in our family. We'd go there a lot. It also would trigger different memories for my grandpa, bring back different stories because he had gone all of his life in Choto as well. So we'd drive up there, do scenic drives. And then again, during the COVID-y time, we're like, why should just the tourists get to go see Granite Park Chalet?
Right.
We've never hiked that far, but I bet we could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to do that. And what a change to see Glacier that way, out of the windshield. So that kind of kickstarted our whole outdoor excitement, outdoor adventures. I've gone back and stayed there and hiked from Logan Pass, Granite Park Chalet, and then into Mini Glacier. And then we're like, well, it's hard and it's expensive to get a spot at Granite Park Chalet. What if we just brought a tent and then we just carry it into the wilderness for some reason? So now I've backpacked out of Two Medicine, out of the Belly River, which is, talk about undiscovered country in Glacier Park. People go there their whole lives and don't even know about the Belly River at the very northeast corner of the park. Incredible. You can't drive there. So
Are you saying Belly? I don't know about this.
Belly, after the Belly River, which flows into Canada.
Okay.
And so Waterton is next.
Yeah.
You might see that if you go up to Waterton. Anyway, you go from there, and then there's a whole bunch of glaciers that are still there. What inspired that was Wilderness Association, Wild Montana's photo contest. A local photographer from Great Falls who was always making me super jealous. Had a
Isn't
picture.
that the biggest?
Yeah, I had a picture of the Dawn Mist Falls. I'm like, how can I see that? Oh no, I have to walk there for days. Anyway, it was worth it. It's incredible. Last year it was on the opposite side of the park. We hiked from Bowman to Kintla to Pole Bridge, which was 5 nights, 40-ish miles.
Wow.
Incredible. Hole in the wall campsite might be the most beautiful spot in Montana, which is, obviously there's a gajillion of contenders. My parents, also from Choto, drive by the park a lot. They don't go in unless I'm there. So I've organized boat rides. That's what we did for my mom's birthday last year. We just have picnics all the time. We bike constantly in the spring as often as we can. Absolutely love biking Glacier. And again, that's something that you can do as a day trip from Great Falls, which is amazing. We've started in April even. If the weather's right, we'll start at St. Mary Visitor Center. And just start pedaling up toward Logan Pass until we hit the snow.
And then turn around.
And then we turn around.
Yeah.
And we'd always, we just started this a couple years ago, but we'd done the classic route, which is starting at Avalanche Campground or Lake McDonald Lodge, depending on how far it's open. And then we're like, well, we could probably do it on this side as well. So of going to the Sun Road. And both sides are so incredible, and it's just a whole revelation to see the road on a bike instead of with traffic. And we've also biked in on Two Medicine on that highway, and that's really fun. And then also at Many Glacier, which that's always where I see bears, is Many Glacier. So I was a little nervous about doing it on a bike, but it was fine. I didn't see the moose in the highway until I was back in my car, and then almost immediately saw a moose. So anyway, it's all been great.
Yeah.
And then we also biked gravel road between Apgar toward Polebridge, and that was also really fun there. So anyway, there's lots of options, all wonderful.
I always find it interesting that there's so much of Glacier that I think people don't get to experience because they stick to like going to the Sun Road or they do a short hike out of the Logan Visitor Center. It's not, you're not exploring, and there's so much to see when you are on foot or out of a vehicle in that area. I guess it's reserved for those that are willing to put in the work.
Well, it depends. So when we were just like, we're claiming Glacier, we get to do stuff in Glacier too. We did do the tourist experience as well. So I've been on red bus tours.
Yeah.
That's not something just tourists can do. Anybody can do that. And I learned so much. I'm always the one driving. So it was really
it's
fun.
Nice to not drive. Yeah.
The jammers drive. They're in communication with each other. So they know about, there's a wolf over there. There's a bear over there. So that's really fun. They're always super interesting people to get to hear the stories. Everybody on that bus is having the time of their life. So that's really fun. You get to interact with tourists from around the world in a really, really wonderful way. And it's something you can do just for a day out of Great Falls.
I've done my mom gifted it to me one year, number of years ago now, but I've done guided hikes in Glacier, which at first you're like, well, I just live here. Why would I do guided hikes? But we were supposed to hike in and stay at the Sperry Chalet, and it burned a couple of weeks. It was like right before I was supposed to go on this. Yeah. But it was still an incredible trip, and had people in my group from New Jersey, still friends with them on Facebook, things like that. Because we had to pivot, we ended up staying at Duck Lake on the outside, the east side. Yeah. And it was where Charlie Russell worked when he first came to Montana as a teenager. And so I'm like, this is like the history of being able to be here. I'm still sad I didn't make it up to Sperry, but doing a few day trip, like being from the area, but having somebody drive, guide you, pick the spots, cook when you got back to the lodge, all of those things. It's just an incredible experience. Yeah.
The familiarity breeds contempt thing can come into play with these things that are right outside our door. So that's such an opportunity to see a familiar sight in new ways when you see it through somebody else's eyes. When you learn new facts about it, it's really fun.
It's my favorite to have a supervisor, whether it be on a hike or at a museum. Like when you get to go with someone who knows the stuff, and and you don't really have that responsibility of having to.
Yeah. I think some of it's the responsibility component.
Or plan or whatever. You just show up and you're like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Show me a good time. And people who are friends with people who do that, they love that. And I'm glad I don't have to do that all the time. But sometimes it's like, you know what? You've done nothing. You know what? This is your itinerary, which is limited because I've had to do all this work. And you're just showing up for the fun.
You'll be shocked to hear that I am often the guide of the group. Here's our plan. Let's get this organized.
I think everyone should do it at least once. And then once you find the person that's really capable, just let them continue to do that. Yeah.
So photographer too, or enjoy taking photos?
I take iPhone photos mostly, which like that's as much weight as I want to carry into into these adventures. I enjoy that a lot just for fun.
Yeah. Do you the book that you and Aaron wrote? Do you use that as a reference for yourself still?
I don't. Okay. I feel like I just know the spots now. It's not like we wrote the book and then stopped going to these cool spots. So we just kept going and know them all the better now.
What other books are you going to write? I mean, because I could see like the best falls book or falls in the air. Like you could do so many more books. So what's the next book?
We had 2 successful pitches in that were
congratulations.
Accepted. Well, then COVID came. So somebody wrote the book that we had pitched, a Montana bucket list, based on a story that I'd done back in the day.
Yeah.
And so that kind of went away. We wanted to like actually go do all the things, 100 things in Montana.
Yeah.
Which most of anyway, in the context of the book, we wanted to get to every county. So that didn't happen. And then I wanted to write about the lady who found the Wonklorex, the nation's dinosaur, which is in the Smithsonian. They built a whole wing around that. It's the logo for the Museum of the Rockies too. But she was all gung-ho and then not quite ready in the end, which is fine. Well, it'll happen someday.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're really neat people, and it's a fun story of finding a T-Rex out in Montana.
I look forward to writing that book.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Same.
Me too. I hope it happens.
Yeah.
I've just heard, I'm going to say, the smallest snippets of that story in my time at the Dinosaur Center in Bynum. I mean, small, but I'm like, oh, I want more.
Yeah.
I want so much more of this story to be told. So I look forward to that day.
Okay. Super.
When you're not out adventuring and hiking and biking and all the things, are there other things you like doing in Great Falls, or places you like to eat in Great Falls, or things you'd recommend for visitors?
I like doing new things all the time. So I am always taking people to, well, we've already eaten there before. My family likes to go to one restaurant over and over again when they visit me from Shoto. But
please share what restaurant it is.
Jakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Jakers is a great restaurant. I really like the Celtic Cowboy. And a couple years ago, we started doing crafts at the Celtic. So we go there for cocktails and food, and then we just bring crafts, and my friends and I just do crafts.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
We've made like friendship bracelets and just earrings for some. Anyway, it's just been really fun, and just that cozy Celtic atmosphere.
I love that.
Love all the coffee shops. Excited for the new one as well. This year, instead of doing a bingo board, I'm doing monthly goals. So last year I would do a challenge like January. I'm going to go like every single day. I'm going to walk 3 miles, or I'm going to read a poem every day of August. I wrote a thank you note every day of November. This time it's like bucket list for every month. And one of that is the new coffee shop with mini donuts that's coming to downtown. I'm excited for that.
Can you give our listeners any more details about that? The name, where it'll be located?
Oh, I have to look it up real quick. It is... they just keep filling my feed with pictures of these donuts.
I did hear about, do you know about this place? Yeah, I had heard about this recently with the mini donuts.
Yeah. Little Light Coffee.
Yeah. And next to the Wild Hare on Central.
Somewhere right in there.
Right in there, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel confident that is the right location, so I'm excited about that.
I'm agreeing with you that that's where it's going,
Seems right.
I think. Yeah, in that radius.
We also love the mimosa challenge. Oh my gosh, that is the funnest way to kick off spring. I went on a long bike ride ahead of it that morning, and then met up with friends downtown, and we walked around, and everybody is just having the best time. There was costumes, there's the bars, and even the ice cream shop is into it. Oh my gosh, so fun. So that's always the highest on our list.
How many years have you participated now?
Let's say we started 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Are you constantly amazed at the variety that people are coming up with, and you're like, none of these are even the same? Or the other thing that always triggers me is sometimes there's like a trend, like there's a fruit trend. Like last year there seemed to be a lot of grape, and I'm like, well, or passion fruit in years past. Like there tends to be a theme that sneaks in somehow, and I don't know if they're collaborating, if they're like, hey, let's all do something in this area, but I am continually shocked that there are that many competitors and there's not one that's just basic or a repeat.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
They're all very creative.
And there's only so much you can try,
right?
And still be walking around downtown. But so we're really struggling. We have our favorites we have to go to every year because they're Every year they're amazing. And then we have the ones that, we got to try that for the first time. We've never done that. So it's the struggles.
You got to like plan it out ahead of time.
Exactly.
Your plan of attack.
Very strategic and listen to the hot goss around. Like, what are people saying about what's happening? You know.
And then you got to find, because I listened to some influencers that's like, you got, this one is disgusting, don't go do this one. Like, I'm like, but I'm going.
Yeah.
There's only one we've been like, stay away. It was coffee-ish.
Yeah. That seems a little weird.
It didn't work for our palates.
Well, the group that told me that the one was disgusting, I went and tried it, of course. And I was with my mom and I said, these people who I don't know them at all. They just said, they said it's not good. So do you want to share this one? And she's like, yeah, let's do that. And then I tasted it. I'm like, well, this is absolutely delightful. I'm like, I'm just going to get my own. You can sip out of this one. I'll finish whatever you don't drink. Plus I'll drink this one. Like it was my favorite.
So I'm like, to them.
Sometimes you don't meet people on the street that are the same caliber palate that you are.
Exactly.
So
you're right. It's worth a shot. Just
you gotta
roll those dice.
You gotta make sure, unless it's someone I've already vetted. Like, oh no, you and I are on the same wavelength. Then I can trust you.
Try it. That's just a good general lesson when it comes to influencers in general.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. When it comes to our art scene, Western Art Week coming up in March, are you a big art person?
I do enjoy art. Yeah. I watercolor paint poorly, but I like it. And it's just fun to be out and about that time of year in Great Falls.
It's interesting. You bring up watercolor. I've been drawn to the watercolor artists that have been at Western Art Week for like the last 2 years. And we have the Montana Watercolor Association that exhibits during Western Art Week. And I spend so much time at that booth just looking at it, because on the surface you're like, I should be able to, I can do watercolor.
Yeah.
And then
how hard could it be?
Right? And then you realize, this is not real easy. But then you see some of the ways that they're using that medium to make things happen. I'm like, this is a really cool thing, because
there are always so many surprises. Like you can count on seeing glorious landscapes in oils. Like you can go there and you'll see that. You'll also find so many surprises. That's what I like. The surprises. Well, I like the glorious landscapes, of course, but
do you take like a little paint kit with you when you go hike or anything?
Hiking. Yes. I was afraid. I was like, no, I would not go paint next to these people.
No, not at Western Art.
Yes.
No, just show up and like, so I've been working on this piece and I was wondering if you had any tips.
Yeah.
And then you just put a brush in their hand, like show me what you would do.
Yeah. How can we fix this debacle? I do have a backpacking paint kit. And it's really fun.
Yeah.
I also took that on safari in Africa and on Swiss trains. And it's just really fun there's always so much downtime in backpacking, especially when you pull the kind of miles I pull. Anyway, so it's really fun to sit around the campsite and put your feet up. And when you paint, it really forces you to look at what's in front of you in ways that you don't if you're just being very casual. Photography, you can do the same thing. Anyway, it's really been a rewarding experience to go just do my terrible little sketchbook paintings out in the wild. Anyway,
but it has to make you feel just more connected when you get to be able to do that.
Yep. There was one time we were trying to cool off our feet on a hot summer day backpacking, and so we had our feet in the river. And I would just dip my paintbrush in there, get it wet, and paint my little picture. And it was just like, this is what life should be about on a hot summer day.
Absolutely. I like that.
I don't know how you listeners are feeling, because obviously this isn't a two-way conversation with you, but I hope you all feel as jealous as I do of Kristen's life.
I'm feeling inspired to get out more, as I've talked about, but to actually make it happen this
the
summer.
Time.
Yeah.
One of my other strategies for walking myself into going out, because it's so easy to not do things. But in January, if I'm feeling stir crazy, I start making Forest Service cabin reservations.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
I know some weekend this summer I will have to go stay at a very remote, very rustic cabin. There's some great ones right out of Great Falls as well. And even as a day trip, it's really fun. We stayed at one that was in Lincoln.
I've heard of Lincoln's Forest Service cabin as being kind of like a holy grail experience.
I don't know. I stumbled upon a cancellation and it was my birthday and I didn't have any plans. I'm like, well, usually I plan months in advance, but Lincoln's also some place I tend to forget about going to, and then we'll go have a picnic out there and take a hike, and it's just always good.
One of my new favorite campsites is right outside of Lincoln too.
Okay.
So,
Which campground?
Copper Creek.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And there's some really neat hiking out there too.
Yeah.
She has a friend that loiters
There's
there.
like a resident deer there.
Oh,
We've named her
nice.
Molly. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that a
Well, you
lot.
got to go visit Molly.
Right? I know. I was literally just saying the other day, I'm like, we have to go back. And I really hope Molly has made it through nature and hunting season and is still hanging out at this campsite. Yeah.
Maybe Molly's descendants are there.
She did have babies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we just have so many great opportunities here. It's
Mhm.
really fun.
Yes.
Well, I have enjoyed hearing your adventures, and
Yeah.
I'm going to just leave the door open any other time you just want to come and regale us with what you've been up to. Books you're wanting to start, just things you want to share.
Yeah, I feel like we need another check-in after this like spring and summer season with you
What
to
did you
hear what
do?
you've been up to. Yeah.
What are the
Hopefully
things?
something good.
Yeah.
Aiming for Sperry. So it was
Yeah.
fun that you brought that up.
Mhm.
Reservations opening for that soon. And my local goal is every month on River's Edge Trail to see how that
nice.
changes.
Yeah.
It had to be something close that I could commit to every single month. But
Do you have the dream? This is a dream I have. I think I'm the only one in the world. But like in the 80s, I would always see these random 4-scene pictures. Like it's the same picture with a different overlay. But I've always thought I would love to get like 4-season photos of the exact kind of landscape or location. So like, this quarter you have this picture and then you can always set it up in a series of 4.
That'd be neat.
what I did was a video instead. So I took video clips every month at Giant Springs. Usually, a lot of different scenes, but always walking over the bridge, the little cement bridge, and rounding the bush. And sometimes the bush was coated in ice, or it was spring or whatever. Leaves were blowing in. So, yeah, you could see that difference, but in video form.
Did you do a compilation? So it was,
Yeah. And we've shared some of hers on the visit from Instagram.
Yeah. So it's called A Year at Giant Springs, I think. Giant Springs State Park.
Well, go get inspired. Give us your handles so people can follow along.
Let's see. I think it's Instagram is just Kristen Inbody MT. And on Facebook as well, I share the same videos there.
Perfect.
No,
and we can
just
put it
at
in the
Kristen
show
Inbody.
notes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Look at that. Official. You didn't have to add anything.
Yeah.
The one and the only, the
That's
original.
right.
There's one other Kristen Inbody in the world now. She married into it. So
Same spelling of
yeah.
and everything?
Are you related to this other one?
No.
Oh.
No. Alas.
And
So
our
don't
nighttime
fall for that.
podcast.
You're the OG though. I mean, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in,
Yeah,
Kristen.
thank you.
Thanks for sharing your story. Buy the book. Do you still get royalties from it?
We never did.
Oh, dang it.
We tried to get the rights back this last year, and they were like, yeah,
We're good.
okay. It'd be nice to update it. It's been a while, but oh well.
Okay, well, she's an author and a book exists.
And it
Check
has
it out from your
inspired.
local library.
Yes.
There you go.
So thank you for being here. Come back anytime. And folks, until we see your bright, smiling, happy, healthy, beautiful faces in our fine city, we do hope you're creating amazing memories with your friends and family wherever you might be. See you soon.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.